Test, test. There we go. Better. What's up? What's up, Texas Finest? How you doing, man? Is my audio coming in okay? Let me know, please. Looking for a neon sign for my workspace. Nothing big or small. Let me know prices. Okay. If you want the, are you looking for the pseudo neon? There you go. Thanks, man. Aha. There I am. Sorry. Just hiding off camera. Okay, good, good. So let me go around the other side. Yeah, remind me, if you don't mind, shoot me an email in regards to that, and I will send you some recommendations on best methods and best ways to make that happen for you. Kind of go with that. What's up, Donald? How you doing? Hopefully I'm back on camera view now. I seem like I've got a little bit of a delay. I know I'm a little far, but I'm working on some big pieces right now. I know nothing about that. No worries. Like I said, it's just Mike or info@novoworks.com. But yeah, just shoot me a reminder about it. Let me know what you were looking for again, and I will send you some info. Quite a few options. But yeah. So anyhow, so these are parts. This is half of a 360 photo booth light column. And this particular customer is doing events for some major artists that you would know. And they want them all black. They don't, manufacturer doesn't manufacture them in black. So rather than painting them, he's kind of in a rush. So we're wrapping them all, which is going to be fun. We've actually got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 12 of these to wrap. They need 4 of them for an event this Monday. So I'm trying to get these 4 done for them for right now, and we'll kind of go from there. So yeah, I just figured I was working on some signs. I was working on this. I thought, it's perfect time to go live. But then I jumped on and saw Rye was live, so I didn't want to mess with him. Squeak, squeak. Anyhow, I've also got to do, let's see, I've got to finish up a couple more signs. We've got like 1,100 graphics we're doing for a church, you know, like small window graphics that are basically for all their members. Let's see, finish the embroidery, although I'm supposed to get a bunch of shirts in to do some, well, not a bunch. I think it's like 30 shirts that we have to embroider. But they haven't even given me the final logo yet, or the shirts, which they're supplying. So, and then I've got another couple of smaller laser jobs I've got to knock out too. And then, of course, you got the show tomorrow. The Graphics Pro Expo is in Dallas tomorrow. Well, it's actually running on right now. It started, I think, today, running through Friday or running through Saturday. So we're going to go on out there on Friday for at least a little bit. Luckily, I can usually run through that show pretty quick. So I'll normally go out there about lunchtime and then finish up by early afternoon. So yeah, so these are all getting wrapped in matte black. And the easiest way to do this, since I already had it in stock and they wanted something quick, is pretty expensive car wrap, matte black car wrap material. So a bit pricier, but it gets them what they need and they're willing to do it. So what else is going on in y'all's world? Anything fun? Productive? Yes, no, maybe? And the temperature here has gotten weird. That's right, as long as the client's happy. Yeah, the goofy weather here has just been good old North Texas weather. It was like 80 on Sunday. Then it was in the 30s. Then yesterday was cold and overcast all day. Today's nice and sunny, but it's only going to be like 50. So yeah, it's been a little interesting. Send you a message. Okay, cool. On IG, okay, I will. I'm not the best at checking IG, but I'll try and remember to check that later. If for some reason you don't hear back from me, just remind me, just yell at me. 32 in Central Washington. That's not terrible, actually. I haven't actually looked at what the temperature is right now. I've got it kind of warm in here. It's like 72 in here. So I may have to drop the temperature a little bit because I'm a little... Yeah, exactly, Texas Finest. That's what I was saying. It's been kind of weird on the weather. It's supposed to get up to the 50s. This morning when I walked the dog, it was like 33, but luckily with the sun out, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's already up to 48 here in the Dallas area. So what projects you guys have going on? Anything exciting? Or mediocre at best? It's all good. Project's a project right now, right? And my voice is a little sounding weird just because I've been getting over being sick. Seemed like after I went to Vegas, I got something. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Embroidery and HTV. There you go. Did an interesting laser project yesterday. We had to do a proof of concept, well, semi-proof of concept to make sure that the laser would do what they needed. Cutting out this specialized, it's a silicone-based product, but it's cutting out basically just one layer of it, not going all the way through. And they're silly tiny. I mean, little things, almost like a star shape. And it's actually going to hold, it gets treated, and then it ends up holding stem cells to help them grow. And it basically creates a ball around the stem cell. It's odd stuff, but we were able to prove that I can cut it on the laser, so. Oh, that doesn't sound like fun. We'll get that fixed. So how you been liking the TKO transfers? Seems like a lot of people have been doing videos and testing them out. So I guess until there's some long time results, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, a lot of products look great when you first do them, but how do they wear? How do they hold up? Guess that's part of the process when you're doing product testing, trying some new options. They peel like butter. Well, I guess in theory that's good. That makes the install easier. It's just a matter of whether or not they stay in place well and last well and feel well. That's the full color. Wash your shirt 5 times, they're holding good, okay. And I'm assuming you did some basic stretch tests. There's no point in doing the crazy stretching, really. I mean, that's not going to be a common thing. But at least a 5 wash gives you at least some sense of what it's going to be like. Assuming you did it in a mix of washes, like a hot and a cold. I mean, I always tell my customers, always wash in cold, but, you know, for testing for us, we always wash it in at least warm, if not hot. You know, just a worst case scenario, we know what to expect when a customer calls and says, you know, hey, this has happened. It's like, well, that's because you washed it in hot. It's like, no, I didn't. Well, yeah, because that only happens if you wash it in hot. That or you ironed it, or, you know, something happened. It definitely got hotter than it should. So that's the benefit of those tests. Ah, very cool. I think I was supposed to have another laser demo this week, but I think I have to reschedule it. I've been too busy playing catch up on some of these jobs. Plus, I want to get that big thing done for the church and then go by and hit the show for a little while. So, and I definitely don't want to do that show on a Saturday. Yeah, I mean, Supercolor was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it. $100 more? Wow. See, I didn't even notice that. That's pretty significant. I knew they were a little proud. I didn't know it was that bad. Like I said, I haven't honestly looked at using them for any jobs, so I didn't really price out based on anything particularly. It's a fair amount of transfers. Just don't do larger transfers typically. And any of the really small transfer runs that we do, you know, like 1 to 10 kind of orders, I typically just print in-house doing the eco solvent transfers. So they work for me. 112 by 19s. Yeah, it's a good amount. And a good size print too. Not worth screen printing those, I guess. Especially if all full color. I just see them like, hey. What's the process? Quite. Oh yeah. These the light. It's amazing. Some of these get a lot trickier than you'd think and take a lot more time than you'd think. Depending on how they're manufactured and what you've got to try and work around and how good of a finish the customer's looking for. It all applies. Plus, after doing the first main column, you figure out where the little problem areas are. Issues to try and address on the next ones. Still hard to make perfect just because these aluminum pieces are not perfect. So it makes it a little bit more challenging. So yeah, sorry, I'm a little quiet. I'm focused on this. I am looking up every once in a while to check what you guys are doing and see if there's any comments I'm missing. So yeah, let me know what else is on y'all's mind. All right, so that one's ready to go back together. It's interesting. For some reason, I am just freaking hungry today. And I'm not normally hungry in the morning. I have a TKO sample. Oh, excuse me. I want to say they sent me a sample pack too. I have not even really looked at it or touched it. So I can't really say anything about it. A reminder that the Graphics Pro Expo is tomorrow. I guess Texas Finest, you're not making it up for that? The Graphics Pro Expo, I guess that's the new name of that show. Figure it's worth doing a run around. You don't go to shows, why not? I like them just for the general ideas and just to kind of keep up with, some of the things that people are willing to spend money on promoting. Certain things give you ideas. Here we go. Black, black, black. So now that's the top half of the column. Here's the bottom half. So yeah, all that work for just one half of one column. And we've got 4 of these to do. Well, technically I did one before I started live. So I've got 2.5 to do. Thank you. Wish we didn't have to go through all this process. It's like it was bad enough we had to unbox all these because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 boxes of these things. And each box has 2 full units. So again, 12 total units. ISS, yeah. ISS, I'll usually run by the ISS. ISS is, trying to remember, this year here, it's like in the fall. Like October, September, I can't remember when. All right, guys, you got audio back now? Um, this mic is not as good as my other one, so you might hear a lot more noise. But let me know if the audio is coming in. I'm gonna come back around over here, and hopefully you got audio. If it's super quiet, let me know. I can jack up the volume a little bit. Probably doesn't sound as good as the other one, huh? Thanks. Okay, good. Yeah, let me know what it's like, because I mean, I might be able to move it around or adjust it a little bit. Battery died on the other one, so I'm using one of the wired ones, and it's way across the area. It's over there by the camera, so. Yeah, it's about 8 feet away. At least. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. If you need me to up the volume a little bit, just let me know, because I can always up the gain. Yeah, having a nice lapel mic right here is definitely better. I'm assuming you're picking up more background noise too. Volume up a bit. Okay, let me try it. Let me just try it and see if I can increase it a little bit. All right, how about that? Is that better? Is it noisy? Let me move that. All right, how about there? Is that better? You know, if you might be getting more noise here too, or gotta love making adjustments on the fly. Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. So you doing some embroidery right now too? Or you just have some in the queue right for today? All right, Texas Finest. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. As you can see, this is going slow, so I might be here a little bit. Making my dog some food, but it's on the schedule for today. Okay, cool. That's good. Trying to work around these rivets. that this material is not the best. We usually use a different material when we're doing stuff like this, like for trailers, etc. But normally I would remove them on a case like this, but they didn't really make them removable. They actually powder coated over them, so they're kind of powder coated in place. Not the ideal for any manufacturing problems they've got, or could have, but is what it is. You say you're making dog food? So do you do like whole food for the dog, or what? What kind of stuff does he have? We got a little dog, so he just eats small. He just gets the pre-made stuff. Expensive stuff, but pre-made stuff. Oh, gotcha. So you still use like a kibble as a base, and then just grind in some meat. That's cool. Yeah, luckily ours is just a little wasop, so his teeth aren't that great as it is. I'm surprised he eats the hard kibble, honestly. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can't remember the brand ours gets now. I mean, he's had it since we've had him, so it was a semi-rescue. Wasn't really a rescue, but well, he was originally. He was a rescue that an old lady had rescued, and then the old lady passed away. So the son's family, son of the woman, family took him, and the wife liked big dogs, not small dogs. So anyhow, so she was looking for someone to take him, and man gave us everything, all his records, all his everything. So that's how we got our boy. But he's been eating that same food since the older lady had him. So we've never changed it. And other than it being a little expensive, That's one frustrating thing. It's kind of funny, like small dogs, small dog food and big dog food. The big dog food bag costs us almost the same as the small dog food bag. Lasts the same amount of time, but it's like a third the amount of food. So it's kind of a scam. The companies make a fortune on the small dog people. Yeah, let me go. Let me go, bud. Yeah, so it's Royal Canin is the brand. Never used them with our previous dog, so of course he had even more expensive food, but he was also a larger dog. Not significantly larger, but larger. Which embroidery machine are you running, Deb? I don't know if I asked you that question. I don't remember seeing that information. Well, you mentioned embroidery, so I assume you got a machine. Oh, okay, cool. How do they compare for you? Or do you find using one over another for certain applications? Just kind of curious, actually. I've got the Racoma MT 1502. That one is a smaller one. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that unit, so. Got a friend just spent 100 grand on a new 8-head Baruch Baradin, the newest one. But they spent 180 grand just before COVID on a new full rock setup. So they've got some money to invest. Yeah, they've been doing jobs for some big customers. The plan originally was to do them as soon as they got started, but because of COVID, that kind of threw a wrench in it because it's for concerts. So they're just starting to pick all that stuff back up. But yeah, there's, like I said, there's some artists that you would know. They're finally doing tours again. So it's pretty easy to justify spending, let's say $200,000 on equipment when you know you're going to do $1 million in the first 9 months, based on that investment, which is kind of the way it went with them, except the COVID hit. So it took them a little longer to recoup that, 2 years, but luckily they had the time, they had the reserves to make the wait. It's like there's another guy I know in the printing industry, in the wide format and signage side, that does mostly commercial contract. So, he prints for other sign shops. And he just got a new Digitech flatbed, which was $380,000. So $380,000 machining. But he has it side by side with one of his 6 other flatbeds, and one of them is a Mamaki that he's replacing. It was like 140,000, 135,000 when he bought it. They have it side by side, and he's got a time lapse running showing printing a 4x8 board, and they're not rushing. I mean, the guy loads a 4x8 board on the Mamaki and starts the job, and then like a couple minutes later loads the first board on the Digitech and does the print. And that job finishes, and he's not in a rush, and he comes around eventually and unloads that board and loads a new board. Well, anyhow, even going at slow pace, the Digitech printed like 12 boards before the Mamaki was even 3/4 of the way done with the first board. So, pretty easy to see that an investment 3 times the price, when it can churn out a 4x8 full color printed board in less than a minute, you can do a lot of dang work, and it can pay itself back really quick when you've got the business for it. So since they're already doing that business, now one printer can do the job of 5 or 6 of their old printers. Yeah, pretty impressive. Expensive, but impressive. Guess it's technically no different with some of the screen printing, right? I mean, you can get a big multi-head MHM or M&R in that kind of price range, and you can knock out 1,000+ shirts in an hour, and that's without even trying. So for those wholesale printers, exactly. Yeah. Meanwhile, we'll stick with the smaller jobs, right? This one's not lining up. Could be these cheesy plastic screws that they're using too. I mean, I understand why they're doing it. They're already white, and you're putting them against acrylic, so you don't want to break the acrylic. But that's also why I'm not using a screw gun to put these back in, because I don't want to crack their acrylic. Oh crap. I gotta take this all apart because I forgot to put the electrical connection back on. That's what I get when I'm trying to do two things or more than two things at once. Get out of your normal routine and then forget things. In my case, I was thinking about another project and trying to watch chat. I am really tempted to open up my garage door. It's only 70 degrees in here right now, but it feels hotter. Actually, I might be able to get to it. If I get to it from here. Nope, I can't. Gotta take those off. All right, so let's see what we got. We got to feed this back through there. Okay, let's try that one more time. Yes, it does happen. especially today, since I'm actually working by myself today. Mostly, anyhow. Right, I got to do a laser thing too, another laser project. Okay. That's two of them done. Now we've got two more. Fun. I'm gonna grab. I'm sure you can hear me better over here, huh? Well, looks like one of these has already got a broken nylon screw. So that's going to be a little challenging. So I should probably open up another one and wrap it for him instead of that one, since that's going to be a pain for him to repair and it's going to show up. Man, it's getting late already. Already 11 something o'clock. Yeah, 15 for him. Well, like I said, he only needs one for this particular event, so I'm just going to wrap a different part for that, and then I'll let him deal with that when we wrap the other one. He's going to have to get with the manufacturer and get a replacement piece, or I guess in theory, since it's plastic thread, you can drill it out, re-tap it. Not an ideal situation, but doable. All right, so let me see if I can find. Yeah, so here's another one. Take a look at this one and see if this one's better. Okay. Two more lights. Let's grab the easy part to work on. Yeah, I've got a customer to come by and pick these up too. Some 24 by 36 signs, and then I've got some 24 by 36 posters over there too. There's some live show signage for a little independent theater. Seems like we do those for them every, I don't know, month or two. Depends on how long the shows run. Looks like this one's actually got 3 different shows on it, so it looks like they were smart. So these are on March through April. Yeah, middle of March. March 17th, it looks like it's the first show. And the last is April 9th. So yeah, it'll last a little bit. And they'll get more for the next shows. Done that a little bit longer. Oh well. It'll work. Tell you what, as soon as I get this part of this column done, I think I'm going to jump off. getting close to lunchtime. I need to make something. I haven't had anything today, and still trying to get over being a little sick. So I will stop and make some, have something. Bit of roughness on the some of the powder coating here too. Not that big a deal, I guess. They're not gonna. Most people will never see it. Certainly not the photo booth attendees. My dog is popping around. He's popping his head around too. You might want to need to go out to the bathroom. I mismeasured this one somehow. I did a lot more material than I need. No big deal, but with the waste expensive material and don't need to. But it's all relative. I used maybe an extra 2 inches, so maybe 3. Probably should have left myself a little bit more down here. Trimming this edge. What's up, G6? Yes, sir. FC 9000. You should know that. I'm sure you've watched my other videos. Sounds like it's a whole lot cheaper than super colored. $100 less cost on just that one job. G6, you talking to me? Basically, I've got a customer that's got 12 of these. This is part one. This is one of two for each column. He's got 12 total columns of these hot lights. Stand in an aluminum pedestal, twice this high, and provide hot lights for a 360 photo booth. And the manufacturer doesn't make it in black, and he's got an event coming up where they want it and need it in black. So I'm wrapping them all in matte black. Or technically, I'm wrapping 4 complete columns for the immediate need for Monday, and then I've got another total of 12 that has to get done. But yeah, they're very time consuming. And I'm about to stop my live because I need to take a break. Get me something to drink, get me some food, so I can finish these other 3 sections of the columns. Then maybe do more. I don't know. I got to go check on, follow up on some emails. So what's the difference between the extreme color and the premium plus? Both in price and what is it capability wise? I mean, designed for different types of shirts or different types of substrate, I guess. I'll wait for an answer on that while I pull this one apart. And then actually, if I go live again when I get back, hopefully my mic will be recharged and I can go with my better mic setup. Full color digital and screen printed. Oh, so one of them is actually a screen printed? So they're actually doing screen printed transfers also. Interesting. So what's the difference? Is premium plus one and extreme colors another? I guess at some point I'll look at their information, and not that I have a need for that much, but still wouldn't hurt to know. Yes, okay. The one's one type and one's another. Got it. Okay. I'll take a look at that at some point. Ah, gotcha. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I am going to take a break, go get some food, get a drink, and then if I come back on later, which I might, I may have my other microphone back. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Hit the old like, and we will talk a little bit later. Have a good one, guys. I am out for now. Or am I? Yes, I am. Bye.